Jacob, two very experienced lines going against each other. How's that been this first week or so of camp?
Yeah, I say it all the time. I mean, the best line we're going to go against is in practice every day. So it's only going to make us better. I think Apu is probably the best true zero or shade guy in the country. So I think he's making me better every single day, and I think our whole D line's making our whole O line better each day.
And what are you seeing from Blake?
Seeing the confidence grow, the leadership grow. I mean, kind of last year he wasn't really thrust into the position, but now he is, and I think he's really growing and he's really getting into it, and I think he's just getting better every day.
Jacob, can you see the O-line working together, meshing together maybe better even than they did last year?
Yeah, I mean, just spending more time together. Me and Grant just being here longer, new guys coming in that were already here, I guess. But I think we're definitely getting along a lot better, and then our chemistry is obviously better because of that.
First scrimmage, where do you feel like the offense as a whole is right now?
I think we're in a good place. I mean, we're early in camp. I think we're 3 weeks away from the first game. So, I mean, it's just growing every single day. It's hard to really spot where you're going to be week one of the camp, because I think that's what we're just finishing up right now, I guess. Practice 7, I think that was. But, yeah, I think we're coming along nicely. There's still some things, obviously, you got to fix and things you want to obviously improve on and things you want to focus on. But I think we're in a good spot right now.
This O-line is getting so much attention nationally coming into this year. How are you guys? Are you listening to much of that, or how are you handling it?
No. I mean, we don't really care about that stuff. I mean, we're in Waco, Texas. It's not a big city. Not a lot of news coming in and out. So we try and just keep our heads down and work. I mean, that's kind of just what we've always been as an O-line, and what I've always been like. So we don't really like to listen to that stuff, because that stuff changes every day and things like that. People like you, people don't like you. So we don't really care about that stuff at the end of the day.
What have you thought about the running back room so far? Who should we be watching?
I think all our running backs are great. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. They're all super good, and they all have their own, advantages and disadvantages. But I think they're all really good overall, and I think whoever goes out there is going to be amazing, and whoever we choose. But I think it could be anyone right now. I think a lot of guys are fighting for it, and I think that's great. I think that's just going to build competition for the spot, and I think the best guy is just going to play every single down.
Kind of going along with that, do you think there's more depth this year at the running back position? I mean, obviously, Abram took over a lot of the load. I mean, is it going to be kind of a committee, you think?
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, we're a week into camp, so it's hard to tell. But just from what I've seen different guys play really well and things like that. So I really don't know who it's going to be, because I'm not in the running back room every single day. Most of the time, I barely even see them until they're whizzing by me. So I can't really tell who's gonna be the guy or what's going to happen with that. But I think we have a good group of backs, and like I said, whoever comes out is going to be amazing.
Jacob, the players launched the Waco NIL Club website the other day. That's something you guys are pretty excited about?
I mean, I've heard some talk about it and things like that. I think a lot of guys, just especially right now, I think that comes out in the summer. I think maybe might be a little more focused on that. But right now, I think guys are really just more focused on practice and the season and things like that.
As for you guys on the offensive line, I know this time last year was a lot of moving around, moving pieces. Are things starting to solidify about who's going to be playing where, or what kind of ideas do you have on that?
Yeah, I mean, there's some solidified positions, things like that. But I mean, nothing's ever really safe, especially when we're 3 weeks away from the first game. We still have time to move things around, see how things work, things like that. But yeah, I mean, we have a great group of guys. So, I mean, great players are going to come out every single day and play hard. So things can change all the time, things like that. So yeah, I don't think anything's too solid, but I mean, we have great players. So I mean, I guess a solid unit, meaning we're not going to change too much from the solid unit I guess we have now.
How much comfortable are you at center now, a year later than you were last time?
Yeah, I think just trusting myself a lot more, and trusting the offense and trusting my technique and things like that. Last year, you're kind of doing stuff. It felt like everything I was doing it for the first time. Whenever you do something for the first time, you're not always sure about it. So I think giving it a second time and giving it a second thought and seeing it a second time, I think it's just really helped me grow my confidence and my trust and everything.
Building off of last year, what's that next step for y'all as a unit to take this year?
I mean, it's the same goals every single year. We want to keep our guys safe, and that's the main goal. So, I mean, if we can improve our efficiency and keeping our guys upright, whether from sacks or from TFLs or anything like that. So just, I guess, improving on those numbers. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we're just trying to keep our guys safe. And if we can do that better, we're going to try and do that better.
You feel like y'all made some progress today with this scrimmage?
Yeah. I mean, this is the end of, I guess, week 1. and everybody's working hard out here in the sun. It's super hot out here, so we're just getting ready for the season. And I think a ton of guys got better. A ton of young guys, I think, stepped up, played well, that you're not used to seeing, and that might come out just when people start tackling and things like that. So guys start becoming more football players rather than just like technicians out there during practice. So I think it was good to see that and seeing guys get better through that.
You touched on Apu. Is there anybody else on the defensive side that really stood out to you today?
I mean, I go against Gabe Hall and Apu every single play. So, I mean, those two guys are amazing, and I think obviously both are two of the best in the nation, I think. So, yeah, I mean, kick a roll with anybody on D-line, but those are two guys I go against the most, so I give those guys the most props the most.
We talked to Gabe. He said it's like 50-50 when he goes up against Connor.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I don't know. I mean, there's so many – a true 50-50. I mean, how can you really determine that with the plays and I guess what assignment you have there and what you're really trying to achieve with that play? So, I mean, defense is going to say that. They're going to say 50-50, which is a good success rate for a defense. But I think it's all determined on that. I think Connor would probably say it's not that either. But you know how defense guys are. They're going to say it's 50-50 just because they like that number and they think they're in their gap, but we're not even running that gap, so it doesn't matter.